Well, g'day guys and girls. Just finished my last auction. It's 5 o'clock Sydney time, and today was a very quiet day on the auction front because a lot of vendors had chosen not to actually auction on election day, which was really the first time that this came up in my real estate career. I get it. Long weekends, people don't like to auction. Easter, Anzac, obviously those festivities, Christmas is not an issue because there's no auctions during that holiday period. But I've got to say to you that this is the first time that elections were sort of getting in the way of vendors saying, no, we're going to wait for the election. We're not going to auction. But anyway, let me give you the stats. 2 out of 6 sold, 2 out of 6, one sold prior, and one of them actually sold at auction in Campbelltown. First time I've ever had a vendor, get ready for this one, I had a vendor in Campbelltown say, I don't care what price it gets, I'm just selling it. So he gave me a reserve of 1-2, right? And he just says, whatever it is, 900, whatever it is, I'm just selling it. Otherwise, the bank's taking it. And we made sure that he got a decent price. He actually got a very good price compared to what I saw on CoreLogic RP data. He sold that property for $1,130,000. But getting back to it, people asking me, Tommy, why haven't you been live streaming any of your auctions? Because they're not selling. They're being cancelled, withdrawn, or there's only one bidder there, so it's not going to be a spectacle, right? So guys and girls, that's the state of affairs. It is hard. No question about it. It is hard. And the highlight of my day today, my friends, was a buyer that was going to buy a property, and then they decided that they would not bid. Why? Because they decided that their lounge furniture would not fit in the living room. This is what they said. But where will we fit the lounges, right? They obviously have a nice lounge suite that they are in love with. I just said, listen, if you're buying a $3 million house, wouldn't you actually buy the house first and then worry about your lounge later? I mean, maybe just buy another lounge suite, right? If that's a big deal. Anyway, yes, Ron says, you poor thing, no commission. Guys and girls, it's only money. Anyway, my friends, that's the story. 2 out of 6, which is better than 0 out of 10 last week that I did. Better than 0 out of 10. So what am I going to do now? It's a 43-minute drive to my home. I'm going to put the heater on, and I'm going to go sit on the sofa. I'm going to sit on a sofa, and I'm going to watch the election play out. My friends. Good to see you all. Thank you, Rob. Anyway, Brisbane is better, says Alessandra. Brisbane is better, says Alessandra. So I'm going to go watch the election. Man, I got to tell you, please in the comments, who's going to win the election? Please type away. I want to know. I want to have a look there. Who's going to win the election? Because the polls say Labor's going to win, but I ask all these randoms. Baristas, personal trainers, real estate agents, my parents, and they all say to me, we're voting Liberal. I think there's a lot of closet Liberal supporters. I think they keep it secret. Guys and girls, hey, Stephen, soon enough agents will learn how to communicate with owners. That is very true. Hey, Alan. So please, in the comments below, look at this. Taney Jane, Liberals. James says Liberals. Who's going to win the election? Type it in. Taney comes back in with capitals. Hey, David, type away. ScoMo. Taney's voted 3 times. Liberals in lowercase, Liberals in caps, and then ScoMo. The voting was done with pencil. Might be rigged anyway, says Anthony. Dylan says it's too tight to call. Lisa Novak says switch votes. They're the ones to watch. Jim Nicolopoulos has voted. Actually, Jim Nicolopoulos actually did vote for Panos. He actually showed on a piece of paper while he was voting, took a snapshot and sent it to me. He drew a box called Panos. I'd love to be the Prime Minister. Vote 1, Tom Panos. You got it. Hey, we got a Labor person. Hey, Chad, Lisa Novak, Liberals. Anyway, guys and girls, in a few hours, we're going to get a pretty good idea. There's Emil. There's another vote for Panos. There's more votes for Panos than what there is for the Labor based on this Facebook thread. Don't forget, it's biased. Adam Frater says Tom Panos again. Taney Jane says Tom Panos. Man, wouldn't it be a great speech? Ladies and gentlemen, new Prime Minister is Tom Panos. I'm just thinking on my speech. Actually, the best policy I heard was the guy, what's his name? What's the guy from the United, Clive Palmer. Clive Palmer guarantees 3% interest rates for 5 years. How's that possible? How can a guy actually guarantee you interest rates for 5 years? Zoran Valesky says at least the West Tigers won last night against the worst team in the competition, must I say. Anyway, gang, Liberals are being voted by most people here, but this is a cohort that's very biased, real estate people generally. Hey, Mario from the ACT, he's voted Panos. Emil says, Tom, if you win, we won't pay any taxes. Absolutely. It'd be a cash economy. Greek style, cash economy. Cash is king. Guys and girls, I'm signing off.